The big contribution that artificial intelligence is making is in big data and analytics. So it appears that it's just about algorithms and number crunching, but that essentially is the basis of artificial intelligence. So if you're able to put together massive amounts of data and have it automatically generate, let's say, campaigns or campaign strategy or placement of campaigns and that kind of thing, that you don't have to have teams of people working that out and brainstorming or number crunching physically, then that takes a huge chunk of time and effort away from the process and allows the creative team to focus on creativity and the strategic team to focus on strategy, rather than to have to worry about the nuts and bolts of the mechanics of the campaign. In the earlier stages, you're going to need serious analytical skills, someone who knows how to manipulate the large amounts of data. So in other words, you need a big data specialist. But more and more you'll find that artificial intelligence will take over that specific role. Let's call it a manual analysis, will actually become a part of predictive analytics, which is part of big data, part of the software systems that drive big data. So at that point, you then need specialists in using the software for analytics and especially predictive analytics. But that role also eventually becomes automated by artificial intelligence. Eventually you get to a point where the creative people, for example, or even the salespeople can punch in the requirements, the broad requirements, the outcomes that are needed, and the system will make all the decisions and map out the campaign. There's certain levels at which agencies can already use it, except that it's not called AI yet. It's called analytics. And we're seeing it especially in the social media environment, where there are quite a few agencies that provide social media analytics that enable decision making. But that is still a few steps before we get to the point where the decisions are actually being made by the software. In South Africa, we're still a long way from seeing that being used really actively and even aggressively. We're still at the early stages of digital adoption in marketing in South Africa. And AI, you could almost call it the top of the Maslow needs hierarchy in the digital environment. You start off with simply using digital, and then you move up towards digital becoming a core part of the strategy, and then digital almost housing all other forms of marketing. And only at that point do you start going beyond just what platforms and methods you use to actually strengthening it or sharpening it or taking it to new levels through using tools like artificial intelligence. So we're still quite a way from that, probably 5 to 10 years in this country.